I have been using the Blackmagic Pyxis 6K lately, and I want to break down the basic or mini rig that I've been using and has been working for me. I think at this time and age, filmmakers, DP, and content creators, you just have to divine what works for you and not exactly copy what worked for someone else for your own rig. You probably have seen like loads of rigs about this camera or any other cinema camera that you use on YouTube or any other social platform, and you are thinking you need to get all of those accessories to get the best image. Of course, the rig is necessarily not about the image, it's more about ease of use for you as the person behind the camera, because this is an equipment you are using to create the image that you want, so it should fit into what you want and should fit into how you work. So I've been using the Pyxis 6K in this format and it has been working for me, and I would love to break it down to you guys. So this is not gonna be like the rig you've probably seen on YouTube that the creators will break them down and then start rigging it up and you see how it's been done. I assume that most people that are watching this video know how to rig their camera by now. So I'll try and disassemble those I can easily disassemble at the moment and show you and like pinpoint what exactly it is. I'll start from the battery. So this is the Andy Cine 95 and I've been using this paired with my Vmount 95 as well. It's been working well. I'm getting enough hours on it I can't remember the exact hour that it's giving me on the Pyxis, but it's doing well for me at the moment. I'm actually looking into getting the 150 watt so that if I charge that, I know that can like stay for a long time for most of my shoot. And this got to D tab, and then there's USB, there's no USB-C or anything. So I'm hoping the 150 I'll get will probably have USB-C to charge. I mean, you can easily get a USB-C charger everywhere. So that's the battery that I'm used. And for me, the most important part of this rig is this battery plate. And funny enough, there is no brand name on it. Like, I can't remember what brand it is, but there was a day I was just on Amazon and I saw this. Before now, I've been seeing people's rig on about the Pyxis, and the whole most people use the tilter battery adapter for your Vmount, and I kind of just not into that length of the PPU to Vmount battery adapter from tilter, because it's just too long. Like, by the time you put it in, that prolongs to probably about here, and that's not with the battery yet. By the time you put the battery, it makes the body too long for my like. So I kind of love that little. So the space I'm having here is enough for me to put in my card. If I want to, I can easily pull a card into this one. I can put in my microphone and then headphone. If I want to, I can turn it on and off. I can put in my USB-C from here if I'm using my external drive, and then SDI ports, they are all available to use, and there is a little bit clearing for it to go in without any hindrance, and you can take them out as well. All of these ports, everything works well. If you are interested in this, I will find the link on Amazon and put it on this video. So if you are looking out for a very close BPU to Vmount adapter for the Pyxis, I highly recommend this. It's been working. There is no power cord since I've been using it. There is no cable. It's just straight into the Pyxis. Just goes into from this pin, goes into the camera, and then that pin provides power from your Vmount straight into the camera. So that's how I've been using the battery, and then I use my 3.5 jack for audio, and I use my Holyland if I want to get basic audio on this camera. So I don't record into CF Express. Most of the time I record into external hard drive. So I use SSD, and I love this system by Tilta, which I'll talk about in a minute, which comes with the old cage. Of course, if you are not using Tilta's SSD plate, there is the one that comes with the Blackmagic one, which works fine as well. But I just love the rigid build of this Tilta one. So straight onto the cage. This is the Tilta full cage for Blackmagic Pyxis 6K, and note that all of this thing I'm mentioning actually works for the Pyxis 12K as well, because I think that is shipping at the moment. So if you are looking to get that, this will obviously work for it as well. Though, like I said, 95 watts might be too small for the 12K, so you might need to get something way higher than that. But this is the cage for the Pyxis from Tilta. I love it. The only thing I don't like about it is the battery, the Vmount to BPU adapter, which I've swapped this for. And I love, like I said, the SSD plates that comes with the Tilta full cage. Very fine, works very fine. It has Ari rosette here if you want to use that for your side handle. They have like a lot of NATO rail up here, there is a NATO rail up here, there is a NATO rail on this side, a lot of mounting ports on the body, and as you can see, there is no side handle for me at the moment. And the reason why I'm using it this way and it's been working for me is because I just grip it from here, and I will try and get a picture of how I've been using it, or a video, and show you how I grip it from here, and it works well. I'm able to grip it, though that's not like a perfect way of gripping your camera, but I've been holding it from here and it works. I'll probably look into getting a very good side handle. I'm thinking of getting the DJI Focus Pro so that I can use the follow focus and all of that. But at the moment, this is how I use it. If you have any other recommendation for a side handle that you think work well for this Pyxis cage, please do well to leave a recommendation down in the comment section. My top handle is from Knits. I like the way it's like extend, and then there is just grip for your fingers, and it perfectly fits, like just stick into it. And there's NATO rail on top here, and I've created another NATO rail from another accessory I bought, which I will show you in a second. I've put on this side to have my monitor in front like this, which kind of add more weight to the front, and by the time I get to the lens, we'll talk about that. But this is how I use it at the moment. So the monitor is right in front of me. If I want it to go up, goes up and down like this. But I like the handle right straight onto the lens and the adapter we have here. So this is the Vmount version of the Pyxis, and I use the diesel oil film house prime. I've also got the Mantis from Blazer. So they are all in PL mounts, and the way I mount this to my L mount is to buy a L to PL adapter. And because this camera has no ND filter, and coming from FX6, coming from the Blackmagic Mini Pro 12K, I've been spoiled with the internal NDs. Even with the 670 when I was using it, I love internal NDs. So to have that kind of feel, I bought the Mofach Poco internal ND solution, which also converts from L to PL, and it works really well for me. This system works in a way that you can either have this variable ND in it as one slot, or have one stop each, and you can take it out when you want to, which will probably give you the best image, but the stress of taking it out and putting it in when you're trying to get the exact exposure kind of defeats the purpose of buying it in the first place. So I prefer having the variable one that I can just slot in and then roll this forth and back, which kind of gives the levels that I want depending on the exposure I'm going for. It's been solid. The lens is solid. As you know, the house prime, you've probably seen like videos about it on YouTube, works really well. I love the fact that it goes up to T1.4, and if you want to get like sharp rounds, I try to go on 2 or 2.8 most of the time, and sometimes I shoot wide just because I want to shoot wide. So that's how I get ND and get like 1.4 T stop and get that shallow depth of field sometimes in my footage. Straight onto the monitor, and as you can see, the rig is pretty basic. There is only one cable, and that's the Type-C cable that connects the monitor and the Pyxis 6K together. I love the fact that you have these massive tele lights on the monitor, which gives you like indication that you are recording, and it's very big. Even outside I see it clearly. The only downside I have regarding this monitor is that it's not as bright as this one on the camera. So most of the time when I'm shooting outside, this is a little bit dull and this is very bright. So even at full power, I still like full brightness, I still like prefer this one more than this one. So sometimes I try to look at this and look at this, and which is not really good. So I don't know, probably in the future I'll swap this for maybe a small HD or a better monitor in the future and use the SDI, and the protocol I've been running away from I'll end up using. So you probably have seen people complaining about the monitor on the Pyxis. Well, this is not a review about the Pyxis because I'll still make a video about it. I've been saying that, and very soon I'll make a video about this camera. But this monitor is a very good monitor and it's very necessary for this camera. Most of the time I'm shooting interview and looking at this top monitor doesn't really work sometimes. Though you can say you bend your monitor to your angle of view, but times when your camera is way higher, this is mostly kind of your high level and you can see directly and you see the image. The only times it doesn't really work is when you are behind the camera. But most of the time when you are beside it, it's perfect. And if you do vertical shooting, time you turn this camera, which you probably don't need because this can also shoot open gate, but if you are doing your vertical and you want the whole frame to be vertical and you turn this vertically, you have this screen on top and you can look at it and see what you are filming. So kind of love the monitor. And then these are just small rig NATO rail connectors, and this together, then clip that into the top handle and that slides in like that, and that's basically it. That's my setup at the moment. I will probably love some recommendation from you guys in case you own the Pyxis 6K or you have a rig similar to this, probably use a Komodo or something like that. I need a recommendation for a base support for this. I know it's pretty heavy and I don't want to put more weight on the next mount. If you have a recommendation that won't probably make my rig too tall, because by the time I calculate the height of, that's why I put this like at this level, because for when I first bought it, I had the monitor placed here and it's making the camera like too tall for my like. So I kind of like it this way because I can easily bend it and raise it up and it's still not too tall for my likeness. I know I'll probably end up getting rails, but if you know of any recommendation of a rail or a rail system that works very close or something I can just use to support this lens and also get my focus, follow focus attached and not too prolong the height of the camera, please, I recommend that in the comment section. Also, I probably want a recommendation of very good follow focus. I'm thinking of the DJI Focus Pro, the one that has this side undo, so that I can like get that side fixed and then also get a follow focus. So I'm thinking of the DJI Focus Pro. So if you think it's worth buying or you have any other recommendation, please do it to give a shout in the comment section. And that's about it for my Pyxis 6K rig. So like I said in the beginning of the video, rigs are meant to work for you, not you spending money and working for them, if that makes any sense. So if you want to get a rig like this, make sure it works for your type of work. For me, it works well, and that's about it. I will be making a video comparing this and my FX6, and that is going to be a very wide comparison video. So if you're interested in that or any other thing related to the Pyxis or the FX6, please subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to put the comment section down below if you want anything in particular about this camera or the FX6. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.